Welcome back to the podcast. Why is it that when someone talks about UFOs, our first reaction isn't curiosity, it's laughter or taking the mickey? We don't ask what they saw, we don't ask how it affected them, we jump straight into ridicule, crazy, delusional, conspiracy theorist. And that last phrase, conspiracy theorist, is more important than most people realise, because that reaction didn't arise naturally, it was taught. In the early Cold War era, the US military and intelligence community, including what we now broadly refer to as the Pentagon, faced a serious problem. Unidentified objects were being reported by military pilots, radar operators, air traffic controllers. These reports couldn't be easily dismissed as fantasy, but full transparency wasn't an option. So a different strategy emerged, but to discredit. Ridicule became a tool of statecraft. If you can't stop people from seeing something, you can stop others from taking it seriously or taking them seriously. The phrase conspiracy theory existed before the 1960s, but it wasn't always an insult. That changed after high-profile government credibility crisis, especially surrounding assassinations, covert programs and classified military projects. Internal guidance circulated through intelligence channels encouraged framing certain lines of inquiry not as wrong, but as socially suspect. The term conspiracy theorist became shorthand for nutcase, emotionally unstable, unintelligent, not worth engaging with. Once that label sticks, discussion ends. No rebuttal required, no evidence needed. The Pentagon didn't have to refute claims. It only had to make association with them being embarrassing. UFO experiencers were uniquely vulnerable to this tactic. Their experiences were deeply personal, difficult to prove, often emotionally intense. By linking UFO reports to the broader stigma of conspiracy thinking, any witness could be dismissed without examination. As soon as I talk about UAP, UFO, non-human intelligence, the first instinct is for people to ridicule. Straight away, they do it, they ridicule. They talk about little green men. Say the word conspiracy and the audience stops listening. Ridicule becomes automatic, efficient, clean, and devastating. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of us didn't choose this reaction. We absorbed it. Decades of press briefings, pop culture, late night jokes, and official smirks trained them how to respond. Ridicule became a way to signal, I'm rational, I'm informed, I'm not naive. The system no longer needed enforcement. We eternalized it and it self-policed it. Ridicule protects institutions, it protects secrecy, it protects the illusion that everything important is already understood, and it protects us from having to confront uncertainty, because taking experiences seriously raises unsettling questions. Look at Neil deGrasse Tyson, is a prime example. As soon as you talk about NHI, he goes straight to ridicule. He's right. He knows science and he won't have anything else said.
In the 1960s and 70s, there were many, many reports of alien abductions. People said, the aliens came to me and they brought me in and then they released me. Do you have any footage? No, they took my camera. Or no.
Okay, because experiencers seriously raise unsettling questions about the limits of our knowledge, about who controls information, about what's ignored and buried, mockery feels much, much safer. Once someone is called a conspiracy theorist, their testimony doesn't need to be disproven. It just needs to be ignored. Careers end. Relationships are strained, silence follows, not because the story was false, but because the label worked. History shows this pattern clearly. Ridicule first, acknowledgement later, apologies rarely. The next time you feel that reflex rise up, that urge to laugh, dismiss, or label, ask yourself, did I examine this, or was I trained to stop listening? Because curiosity isn't gullibility and skepticism isn't mockery. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is unlearn a reaction that was never really yours to begin with. And as always, keep questioning, stay curious, and stay grounded. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.